Hello, this is Sage the Balloon Sage, and today I'm going to teach you the best party and line work laser gun you are ever going to see. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that this design is my most popular creation for boys at any event I do. And yes, the girls like it too. This lesson is based on teaching you the laser gun in 3 steps, where you can take it from a really fast tube balloon version like this to the deluxe version, depending on the time you have per customer and on your personal twisting speed. To create this popular piece, you will need a silver 260, a silver 160, a stretched out black 260, and a 260 of your customer's color choice. They always love picking it out. My personal favorite happens to be sapphire blue. We will start things off with a tulip twist. This first twist is the cornerstone of a lot of gun designs, but it has a tendency to come undone. And what you'll end up seeing a kid walking around with 2 minutes later is something that looks like this. And you can see the problem there. And once it loses that, it loses most of its aesthetic. So, to get started, we're going to inflate our silver 260 all the way, and then let a little burp of air out. So let a little bit out. You can see it's full all the way, but we need to be able to make our tulip twist. There you go. Now, I'm sure most of you know how to do this, but just in case, you stick your finger in, you grab the knot right there, and then pull your finger out and twist. And you don't want it to be too thick, it just depends on what you want. But here's the trick. You saw how it unravels? Now, I used to tie a scrap silver 160 around here, but now what I do is I take the top and I try to rotate it to the bottom so that the knot gets sucked up, like this. Just kind of take the top, and not too hard because you don't want it to pop, but the knot will get sucked up in there, and this is unlikely to come undone. Okay, great. Now you're going to round this off. You do not want this to crease. As you can see on here, this is the ideal is to have it rounded. And next step, grab your stretched out black 260, and of course you can use any color you want, but black seems to work best. Pump that up, and you're going to want to end up with 4.5 fingers of tail. I know that sounds specific, but that seems to work the best. So let's see, 4.5, okay. Give it a little inflated stretch. Okay, now the entire gun almost is comprised of the same technique over and over. Here, 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 here. There's 5 loop and pinch twist combos. You're going to twist out the handle like that, and 2 pinch twists. Make them kind of fatty pinch twist. Okay, and you're going to center the balloon on either side. Okay, take this, and you want this on the bottom. Let's see. Come here, you. Take it about maybe halfway or a little more. And once you have it wrapped around, you're going to tie this into the top of these pinch twists. And once you do that, you want to make sure it's really tied through. Go through the pinch twist too. You want to make it very secure. Otherwise, the pinch twists aren't doing their job. The kids love playing with this one. This is a definite design that's going to be roughhoused with. Okay? Now that you've done that, make about that length sausage twist. And again, the 2 pinch twists. Once you get this technique, you basically got the whole thing. Alright. And we repeat the wrapping technique. And sometimes you'll end up with a longer or shorter handle right here. It just takes practice. Twist it through, make sure it's even. Okay. And there you go. This is your basic gun. This could be great for fast line work, and of course you could do it faster, but not this secure. This is good. Step 2 is super simple, as it only requires a 160 and same exact technique we just did. So we grab this. The only difference is we're making a one pinch twist instead of a pinch twist combo. You want to wrap it close to the muzzle there at the end, tie it off, and just like down here you make a little sausage twist like that, and one more pinch twist, and simply wrap this around once more. This is a small detail, but for some reason people seem to be impressed by this part of the design. Everyone seems to like every part of this, so just pop this off and tie this off. Make sure it doesn't come undone. That would be embarrassing. Get it aligned once more. You can see how this is working. And finally, we have step 3, which is my favorite part of the design. Once you know what color the kid wants, whether it be pink, green, or in my case, sapphire blue, you're going to inflate your final 260 here with about 7 fingers of tail. Tie it off, and you're going to make a single pinch twist, and we're going to do the same technique except invert it, and you want to shore it up against this right here. So wrap it around the whole thing this time, silver and black. Keep your loop. Going good. Pinch twist in front. Alright. Make a arch, and make sure there's at least 8 fingers or so of tail left over, with a good amount of, or inflated tail and a good amount of uninflated tail. You want to tie it in at about right here, depending on the style you want for this style though, right about here. Tie that in there. And 2 pinch twists, 1 on each side. And make sure you keep the tail too. The other one on the other side. There it is, and finally we make the puffball, and that's going to act as the sight on the laser gun. 2 important things about this design. You want to make sure it's calibrated, so to speak. You don't want anything off or it'll ruin the whole look. You want it to be able to line up. There it is, it looks great, and thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial. This was actually the first tutorial I ever planned about 1.5 years ago when I first started twisting, and now it's finally done. I got around to it. Really proud of this one, and I promise you, if you learn this one, if you practice it and you get this down for line work, you will make this over and over and over, customer after customer. There's no question. Test it out, see if I'm lying. Thanks a lot.